All right, so if you're anything like me and you're a fucking gamer, you don't really want to learn how to do shit from these old heads. The ways they do shit are super outdated and boring to learn, so we're going to do it in Minecraft. I'm recording this after I already made the video, so I'm just going over briefly what each of these chests is going to be. So this chest is going to be your savings account, and I'm going to talk about it later on. And this is just going to be money that you guys are going to be saving. This guy right here is going to be the 401k, and it's a retirement savings plan that allows employees to contribute a portion of their wages to an individual account. Employees being us, like you, the one watching this video. And similarly but differently is the Roth IRA, which is an individual retirement account, so it has nothing to do with your employer or where you work, and it is a tax advantage retirement account that allows you to save and invest for, well, your retirement. And the big difference here is that this is taxed and this isn't. That's basically what you guys need to know. I'm going to dumb it down in the video, like super dumb it down to where you literally just have to do what I say on a small level and you'll be fucking rich as a gamer. And this is going to be your spending money, your doubloons. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy the video and drop a like if you do. Later. So I have a pretty extensive job in this Minecraft world, and I get paid 30 diamonds per week. Every single Friday, they give me 30 diamonds, and that's what I get to fuck around with. Now, this might not seem like a lot, but you can actually make this stretch a long way. And I just want to preface that if you are a young gamer or just person in general, I don't know why I'm sticking to this fucking gamer theme. It's honestly getting a little weird. But if you are just young and have the opportunity to be living in your parents' house, you need to do 10 times whatever I say everyone else should be doing in this video, because your bills are likely going to be a lot lower and you'll have a way higher chance to get ahead in life in a shorter period of time, because it won't always be that way. You won't always be able to be living with your parents and have that opportunity of stacking a lot of bread on the side. So it's very important to develop that discipline while you're young and while you're still able to do it, which is what I do, by the way. I know my voice probably sounds very young, but I'm fairly educated in this realm for my age, and probably especially for a young gamer that never went to college. And the reason I'm using these Minecraft diamonds is because you can use any salary. This could be for somebody that gets $1,000 a week. This can be for somebody that gets $5,000 a week. This could be for somebody that gets $100 a week. We're just going to be doing basically fractions and percentages of what your paycheck is and where you should be spreading your money across. So for those of us with mortgages and rents, this 30 diamond number, it will quickly drop to about 10, because the world is fucking us right now. We're getting fucked like really hard, like super hard. So I'm sure for a lot of you guys, you know, you don't want to invest because, well, you don't really have the money to do it. You don't have a large sum of money at the end of the week, you know? You're living paycheck to paycheck and most of your money is gone. But for the money that you do have, I'm going to be showing you guys a safe place to put it to where it'll be able to grow. So we got 10 doubloons. We got 10 diamonds. Life took 20 from us, okay? It kind of sucked, but we're down to 10. But we can still do a lot with that. So let's go ahead and pretend that these 10 diamonds is $100, $100 US at the end of the week, which if you're not able to save, make it $20 a week. It's okay. But I feel like a lot of people after expenses will have that $100 at the end of the week that they either spend on other shit or usually save and not invest. So we're going to introduce the investing part of all of this. And then I'll get to the spending because we need new video games to play. And I'll get to the saving the cash because cash is king. You need cash. It's just something you need. So with this $100, the 401k will already be taken care of. If it's with your employer, then it'll already have been taken out of your paycheck. So that's a doubloon a week. Okay. You're putting in a doubloon a week. Let's call each of these diamonds 50 bucks. So we're putting in 200 bucks a month here. This is a month. Each of these represents a week. And usually with your guys' 401ks, there will be some type of app that tracks it all and you can set your percentages. So for a more exact number, I would recommend that you guys are putting at least 10% to 15% of your check every single week into your 401k. And what's awesome about this, and my favorite part about the 401k and why it's my favorite way to invest, is that you never see it. It just comes out of your check. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to walk up to the bank and be like, hey, I want to give you $100. You don't have to do any of that shit. It does it for you when payroll goes through. So you can kind of just out of sight, out of mind, and let that money grow on its own. Now, of course, if bills are really beating your ass and you have to adjust that number accordingly, then of course, by any means, lower that number as you go. And if life's getting a little better here and there, then higher that number as you go. Especially for people living at home. This fucking number, if you are working a full-time job living at home, there is no reason why this number shouldn't be like 20 to 25% of your paycheck. Like seriously. Seriously, guys, open a 401k with your employer, especially while you're young, because the money grows exponentially. For example, just doing $100 a week in total, that could be spread out across all of these, but specifically in the 401k is $5,000 a year. And with a return of 8 to 10%, that money's going to grow pretty quick, and you're going to be seeing good money. If you started at 20, or if you started at 18, or if you started at 25, by the time you're 30, you'll be very happy with the lump sum of money that is in there. Sorry for pausing the video. I kind of just wanted to back myself up a little bit here. I started this year with $3,000 in my 401k, and I'm gonna finish the year up over $21,000. So that's an $18,000 difference, and I didn't put anywhere near that much in the account. It actually grew thousands. Yeah, I don't know, just something interesting to think about, like how quickly it could really happen. And I understand that it's very hard, especially with the way that the economy's been recently. I understand that it's very hard to plan for you when you're 40, or you when you're 50, or you when you're 30, when it doesn't even look like tomorrow is promised. But please, just take the chance on the 401k and, you know, put 10 to 15% of your paycheck in there. I would recommend doing more if you live at home, but I understand that the people that have a lot of bills and expenses, it's not really that feasible, but something is a lot better than nothing. With the math, and if you get the average returns, $100 a week from 25 to 65 will be $1 million. You will literally become a millionaire just tucking a $100 bill every single week. So now we are going to get into the mighty Roth IRA. Now, although both of these are fairly similar, the Roth IRA has a sweet spot for me because it has a lot more liquidity than the 401k. The 401k, you're kind of trapped, honestly. Like you will not be touching this money unless you really, really desperately have to before you're like 65. But the Roth IRA, a little easier to put that money in your hand if you want to make a big investment like a down payment on a house, or if you just really need that money for medical expenses or something like that, and you cannot live with the debt. It's a lot better for that. There's also a reason that this one has a limit of $23,000 a year and this one has a limit of $6,000 a year. There's a huge reason for that. It achieves similar returns, you know, 7 to 10%, but a year like this year was fucking crazy. I mean, my accounts were seeing like 18% this year, which is like double the annual average. So when you're in, you get to reap all the benefits. And in this example, since we're pumping the 401k with $50 a week, we're going to be setting aside $25 a week for the Roth IRA. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me, guys, this shit really adds up. I'm telling you. And I know the numbers seem small, and that's why you should do it so much. You know, you're not going to miss $25 a week. You're probably not going to miss $50 to $100 a week. You're just not going to miss it. So we're going to do $25 a week. So now, obviously, scale this accordingly. You know, if you're making $1,000 a month, you might not even be able to hit this $300 mark. If you're making $3,000 a month, you could probably heavily exceed this $300 mark, especially if you're living at home. Because I know a lot of us gamers, we're real hesitant to move out of our parents' place, you know? We get all those extra amenities. These are just safe things that you never have to look at, you know? You just put it there and just let it grow. Just watch it grow. And from 5 to 10 years and 20 years and 30 years, you'll be very happy you did. So now we're going to get to the really, really fun part. And with the remaining bit of your money, spend the shit out of it. Buy whatever the fuck you want. Buy whatever video games. Buy whatever clothes. Buy whatever food. Take your girl out on as many dates as you want. This could be $100 in this category. This could be $200. This could be $300. Really depends on your income. And the rest of it, I would just say keep it on hand. Just keep it in a checking account and don't splurge it. This is the splurge. This is the don't splurge. But they probably see the same account. This could be a checking account. These could both be a checking account, but you'd splurge a percentage of it and make sure you're keeping a percentage of it so that it's constantly stacked. I would recommend moving this into a savings account and eventually a high yield savings account. So the average American makes about $4,000 a month. So I'm just going to go with that example. Just for simple math, let's say that the 20 doubloons that we threw over here was $3,000 a month in expenses. That's mortgage and all of that bullshit. That would leave us with $1,000. So the way I would spread this around is $400 here, $200 here, and then $400 here between the two of these. 200 here, 200 there. Splurge that $200 a week. That's if you have 1,000. Obviously, you know, you would add or subtract that accordingly. But, you know, to me, $200 a week on fun is a lot. That is a lot of money, but that's obviously for the average American. You know, if it was 500, $200 here, $100 there, and then $200 between the two of these, you know, this would see 100, this would see 100. You would have $100 to have fun, which affords a couple of dates with a girl, 2 new video games. I mean, this strat literally gets you 2 new video games a week. If you got $500 left over to invest every week. Dude, honestly, I just wanted to make like a finance video once. This channel is not a finance channel, like by any means. This channel has nothing to do with finances. This is probably the first time I've ever talked about money on this channel. But I just had an idea where I was like, what if I broke down investing on a simple level for us regular gamers to understand, where it's not a bunch of big ass numbers and graphs. We're just doing math with diamonds. It was pretty fun. I don't know. I hope you guys did enjoy. Just let me know. Let me know what you guys are doing with your investing in the comments down below. I want to hear everybody's story. I want to hear how much money you got in certain places. I feel like financials used to be so taboo to like share, you know, but now it's getting a little more normal. People are a lot more open with their finances. So if you learned anything from this, just let me know. If you didn't, that's awesome. A lot of this shit was very basic, but it was literally just to establish a couple places that you could put your money. And I also just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support on the last couple of videos. I love you guys so much, and it means the world to me. You know, I have fun making these videos, but I also take it very seriously, and you guys are helping me achieve my dream. So I'm eternally grateful for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.